The Eagles are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Jets, who will need to solve that secondary. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5 quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Wentz. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Wentz on the bootleg. He finds Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
It's almost as if Darren Lee said, welcome to the new NFL. When he was drafted in 2016, he was a high school cornerback, moved to outside linebacker in college, and now plays inside linebacker in the NFL. Speed, speed, speed is his stock in trade.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing now is Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play, because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback. come out throwing here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's gone. A good pickup there of 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jack Doyle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game at the end.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin. So the offense has it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This is Logan. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel sub packages, don't they?
They'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They run with Logan. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the... Larry, go back to the green room, my friend. These guys are ready to go again. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jude Ijebarima. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Eagles defense. They work their way back onto the field. They don't want to change anything. They've got 0 points against them here, so I would imagine the halftime speech was do more of the same, right?
I think you're right, and it's where defensive coordinators have to walk that line of preparing for the adjustments you expect to come, but not taking away the aggressiveness you've already shown. And they've played so well, I think that's the speech. You nailed it. Just go out and do what you've been doing, and we'll adjust if we see anything different later.
To this point, they've been spectacular. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He'll drop to throw. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Only a yard on the pick up there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. They'll set up to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. And now a first down following that long gain. On the carry, it's Logan. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me a...
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tevin Coleman, 93 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And he's got it up and through. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Jets. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jude Ije-Barima. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You're not you when you're losing. Snickers satisfies.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And now here is another interception. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They will run again with Coleman. And a short gain down to about the 33. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball,
and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give them 22 on that one, and that's good for a Jet first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back to throw. That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the 4, it's second and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the eye. Big play here. Third down and goal from the 2. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
They'll look to throw here. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. This is Coleman. And down to the 36-yard line here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Coleman now. And he gets it down to the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Coleman. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Eagles, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us for